Hello, and welcome to TFT 101. This guide is meant to help players who have never played a game, but may contain useful information for inexperienced players. Refined players will find later videos in this series more rewarding. TFT is a round-based team-building survival game in the auto-battler genre, similar to Dota Auto Chess. A player's HP is reduced by losing or tying rounds, and the last player with HP wins. A player's team consists of units and items. They also control an active board to position units who will fight for them, and a bench for units who will not fight but may be swapped in between rounds. Units vary in tier from 0 to 3, and cost from 1 to 5, while items only vary in tier from 1 to 2. Acquiring 3 of the same unit with the same tier fuses those units into one unit of the next tier up. Units have class and origin features that can activate bonus effects if enough of a particular feature is active on their board. Upgrading a unit with more than one Tier 1 item combines the two into a single Tier 2 item which has a special effect. There are 3 round types: PvP, PvE, and Carousel. Players either purchase units to fight for them with gold earned each round of combat, or by selecting a unit from the Carousel round. Items are acquired either relatively randomly from killing units in the PvE rounds, or are attached to champions during the Carousel round. The first Carousel round, at the start of each game, allows all players simultaneous entry. All other Carousel rounds allow entry 2 players at a time, from lowest to highest player HP. Strategically, this allows players the option of trying to win as many rounds as possible to conserve HP, or to fly the bottom margin as close as possible to get earlier selection in Carousel. The effectiveness of either idea will vary depending on the power timelines of each player in the game, so aiming for HP conservation is generally better when one expects a drawn-out game. PvE rounds will drop either gold or a varying quantity of items. Dragon and Rift Herald will have a random Tier 2 item equipped, which they will always drop when killed. PvP rounds will pit one player against another, with the loser taking damage calculated from the winner's surviving units. In the event that both players have surviving units when a round's timer empties, both will take damage based on each other's surviving units. A unit's cost and tier will impact how much damage it deals at the end of a round. When there is an odd number of surviving players, one player will be matched up with the ghost of another player, whose units will not enjoy their synergy bonus effects from classes and origins. Losing to a ghost will deal damage, but defeating a ghost will not. A player's bench may contain up to 9 units. Since a unit must be acquired from the Carousel round, if a player has a full bench and the Carousel unit will not immediately upgrade into a higher tier unit, it will be placed statically onto the board and will fight until a space on the bench clears up, where it is used to upgrade into another unit. If there is no space on the bench, but purchasing a unit would upgrade the unit to a higher tier, the transaction will complete. Otherwise, units cannot be purchased with a full bench. In general, the number of units a player may have active on their board is equal to their level. Player level increases when their XP value reaches their current level's limit. Each completed round awards 2 XP, and 4 XP may be purchased for 4 gold. Additional units can be placed with the aforementioned Carousel bench overload, or when equipped with a rare Tier 2 item called Force of Nature. A player's level also influences the chances of each cost-type unit showing in the store, with more expensive units becoming more common at higher levels, and vice versa. As units share a pool among players, the leveling system provides players the choice of staying at a lower level longer for a better chance at stacking low-cost units, or rushing higher levels for quicker access to more active units and higher-cost units. Generally, a unit will be strong in one or several of 4 ways: attacking, casting, utility, and defense. Units that are strong individually generally are passable in multiple fields, whereas units that are strong with a composition usually excel greatly at a particular concept. In a later series, we will cover the various benefits of each origin and class, but for now, Remember that units most attuned to carrying a composition will generally have a strong synergy between their spell, origin, and/or class.